Hey, good morning everyone, and we're coming at you today from outside of Houston, Texas at the Kemah Boardwalk, which is restaurants and amusement park rides here right on the water. I go by the Legend, joined by my wonderful girlfriend Molly. This video here, we're going to show you everything they got to offer, from the Boardwalk Bullet wooden roller coaster to all the other rides and stuff to do here. So let's kick off the tour here at Boardwalk Bullet, which is the park's wooden roller coaster, and it is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ride.
It is very, very, very compact, and it crosses over itself like a million times. I know when it opened, it had the record for most crossovers ever on a wooden roller coaster. I'm not sure if it still has that or not, but really, really well designed and really well taken care of. This is a ride that opened back in 2007, and it's pretty smooth for a ride. And this ride operates almost every single day. I loved it. You got some great visuals by being on the Gulf and by road going in and out of the structure so many times. This, if you're a coaster fan, this is obviously the reason why you would want to come to Kemah Boardwalk, and I feel like you will not be let down by it at all. It probably gives some great night rides. The day we're here, the park does close at 8, and we would need to get back to Houston, but I imagine at night this thing would be really, really good. It does have they do run one train on it, at least the day we're here, and the dispatches are pretty slow. They were dispatching train about once every 10 minutes, so just be aware of that. Going here, you can see Flare, which is their Larson looper. It's very loud. It's also right next to the bay, so you probably get some cool views while upside down. These are my favorite rides. Probably the scariest ride in the park is Drop Zone, which is the park's drop tower. Now, if you haven't been on a drop tower like this before, they are pretty freaky because you can't see the top of the tower, and they just drop once you get to the top. So there's no warning, there's no pause. You don't know when you're dropping, and then you're just going. And it happens very, very quickly. As you can see, right about here. Also, something I like that this park does, right next to their adult drop tower, they have their little kids frog hopper drop tower that is known in this park as the Jungle Bounce, with a bunch of happy monkeys on it. An upcharge attraction here at the Boardwalk is the Iron Eagle Zipline. Now, if you get that all-day pass, you could add this on for I think about $7. These are really cool. I imagine with this one, you get a really cool view of the bay. They're very, very gentle rides, as you can see here. You don't go overly fast, but they're a lot of fun. Spinning around there is the Rockin' Rocket, a more family-friendly ride. I guess it is, and it's themed to the Houston Rockets, which makes a ton of sense.
It does.
Also, is another ride is the Pharaoh's Fury, which is a traditional swinging ship. Closed at the moment. It was running earlier. It's down for maintenance. One of my favorite rides in the park is the Observation Tower. Big, tall observation tower. Gives you a great view of the park and the bay. And it also has a really nice narration where it tells you all about the history of the Boardwalk and the town of Kemah.
It's a very pretty view.
Yeah.
As we ascend, you will see Galveston Bay to the east. It's an irregularly shaped, shallow body of water approximately 30 miles long. The water of the bay is known as brackish water, which means that it's a mixture of both salt water from the Gulf of Mexico and fresh water from the tributaries leading into the bay. As you look around, you'll notice a large number of boats and ships in the area. Clear Lake has the third largest concentration of pleasure boats in the U.S. While it seems quaint and calm from up here, Galveston Bay actually has a long and interesting history of Indians, pirates, and gamblers. The area's original settlers were the Karankawa Indians. They were great hunters.
The park is home to a nice Ferris wheel. And if you're scared to go on that because you're a small child, they have an adorable little kid's Ferris wheel as well. Going around pretty much the entire property is the railroad, and it's loud, but also a nice ride. The whole property is very well landscaped.
Yes.
And it goes through tunnels and stuff like that. There is a little bit of a show scene with some pretty janky animatronics, but still animatronics. I like it. If you're doing the wristband, I would definitely recommend going on the train. You do have an interesting design here with the park's train ride. It goes underneath some of the restaurants, and even like the train's maintenance barn is underneath the steakhouse.
Hey everyone, look out! It looks like we're caught in the middle of a gunfight!
Gunfight? Where's the gunfight?
Unfortunately, closed on our visit is the Aviator. And these are fun rides. You get a handle, and you kind of control your ride vehicle going in and out. There aren't many of these left in the country. I believe there's one here, one at King's Dominion, and one at Wild Adventures. I don't know of any more. There might be a couple more, but kind of a rare ride. But it's a little windy today, so I can see why it's closed. They got a lovely double-decker carousel.
I like how it's 2 levels.
Yeah. And then this is interesting because they got a tilt-a-whirl, but I think it's like the only tilt-a-whirl I've ever seen with a roof. And then the roof is up really high.
Today it's the longest line in the park.
Yeah, this is like the most popular ride in the park for some reason. One of the more popular restaurants here is the Aquarium. There's also a Stingray Reef touch tank. For a couple bucks you can go in there and play with the stingrays. And they do a happy hour in the, oh my gosh.
That shows how windy it is today.
Yeah, it's pretty windy today. They do a happy hour in their bar. And they do have a hotel here where you kind of overlook the square and some shops.
Yeah. Sure.
And of course the Kemah Boardwalk would have a boardwalk, as one would expect. And like most boardwalks, you do have pelicans and other seabirds that hang out here. Oh no, the DAC shack is closed. Molly, where are you gonna go to get your DAC?
I don't know.
And that'll do it for our time at Kemah Boardwalk. Overall, I enjoyed it. Pretty inexpensive to get into. It's $25 for that all-day wristband, and I think that's a really good deal. Now, for me, the highlight is definitely that Boardwalk Bullet roller coaster. I could have ridden that thing all day.
It was a really good ride.
I did like some of the other stuff though too. I like the observation tower. I like the train ride, and I like the feel of the complex. It's very well taken care of. Everything's very clean. Very
pretty.
well, yeah, very well landscaped. And I think if you want to go out to dinner at one of the restaurants or just bounce around during happy hour, you know, there's like 3 or 4 different happy hours here. So you can, you know, grab some drinks, go on some ride, grab some drinks, go on some rides, and really make it like a fun afternoon or evening. So I'd recommend Kemah Boardwalk.
The worst thing is the dispatch. They feel like they have to fill up all the rides before they dispatch it, so you could be waiting 10
Yeah, the dispatch, the operations here were not great on a level like that. But also, we're here on a weekday that is not very crowded either, so we got lucky and we didn't have to wait for anything. All right, guys, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you have any questions about Kemah Boardwalk, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching.